Hey again everyone, I'm back with another video for you today, and I'm so sorry about the lighting. It is about 4:30 in the afternoon. The natural light is terrible right now, but I'm completely disorganized, and that's why I haven't gotten anything ready yet for this video. Today I'm going to talk to you about my reading plans for the month of March. Today is March 1st, 2020, and it's the start of middle grade March. And just like last year, my goal for the month is to finish 31 books, a book a day. I probably won't read from start to finish one book every day, but because I'm such a mood reader, but my plan is to finish a book a day. Last year I had the same goal, and I read 24 books in the month of March, so I almost got there. We'll see how I do this year. Okay, so it's been a while since I've been on BookTube, and I will be posting later on a life update, channel update video, and more details about what I'm doing right now, what I'm reading. But for this particular video, I want to say hi because it's been such a long time, and kind of go over my thought processes for middle grade March. Maybe a couple of other things. So, back in January of this year, I started making a shelf on Goodreads of all of the books, middle grade books, that interested me. And I also have a handwritten list that I've kept. Actually, I started this list last year on middle grade March, or during middle grade March. And in January, there were like 55 books on it. And I've just kind of added to it along the way. And when I saw the announcement videos from Katie at Life Between Words and Krista from Books and Jams, and I'll link their channels down below so that you can see their videos too. When I saw the announcement videos, I thought, I'm not going to do the book a day thing. See my bruise? My puppy jumped on me. I'm not going to do the book a day as what I thought. And I have so many things going on. I wrote a book since the last time I was on YouTube. So that was, spoiler alert, that's coming in another video soon. I'll tell you all about the book I wrote. It's published. It's available now. If you'd like to have more details before I get the video up, just comment down below and I'll get you some details. But anyway, I'm working on some sequel stuff for that. I'm working on a book of short stories, and of course it's spring. I want to get out in the garden, and middle grade March, and spring cleaning, and so I thought there is no way I'm going to have time to read 31 books. So I'm just going to stick to whatever challenges they have set. So let's start with the challenges, and I've got them all in. I have a new bullet journal for reading. I love it. I've had one for a while, but this one is I gave myself a Christmas present, and I started this in January. So the group read for middle grade March is The Book of Boy. I have not been able to find that at my library, and I'm not sure I want to buy it just yet. I want to see how I get through the rest of the book, so I may not read the group read this go around. We'll see how that goes. I'll just kind of play it by ear, but trust me, I have plenty to keep me busy. The next challenge is read a book set in another country. And these are all books that I had on my shelf that I already had and ready to go. So I thought, yay, I'll get some books off of my TBR shelf. So for the book set in another country, I'm going to read The BFG by Roald Dahl. And sorry about the lighting. I'm recording this video on my phone, and I have my husband's phone right next to it with his flashlight on, because I didn't feel like getting out all the video recording equipment for this video. Later on, I am going to be doing some English, yes. I'm going to be doing some vlogging of my reading during the month, so I'll have some videos, better quality lighting videos later on. But for right now, I just wanted to do this kind of spur of the moment. So, BFG by Roald Dahl. Last year I read James and the Giant Peach. Year before that I read Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Enjoyed them both. Wanted to continue with Roald Dahl. Second, book to screen adaptation. And I've been wanting to read this for so very long. Johnny Tremain. There we go. By Esther Forbes. I got this at Goodwill, and it's brand new. And I'm just excited. I've wanted to read this for a long time, and now is my chance. The Mystery is the next challenge, and I'm going to read from the Mixed Up Files of Mrs. Basil E. Frankenweiler by E.L. Konigsberg. I've had this on my shelf for quite a long time, and I've wanted to read it. Never got a chance, so this is it. A book with illustrations. I'm going to read The Indian in the Cupboard by Lynn Reed Banks. It doesn't have a lot of illustrations in it, but there are some little illustrations on each chapter heading, and then throughout the book there are some cute little drawings. So I'm going to read that, but I have a couple of other books that are illustrated as well. So, and the final challenge is to read a book about books or stories. And I'm going to read The Shakespeare Stealer by Gary Blackwood. I'm really not sure what this is about at all. In fact, I'm really not sure what most of these are about. But I guess I'll find out, because I'm going to read them. I've had this one a while, and it really intrigued me. I also got it at Goodwill like 3 or 4 years ago. And I'm excited to read it. Okay, so that's my TBR that I had set up for the challenges for middle grade March. And then I wasn't really satisfied with the particular books, a couple of them in here, and I wanted to have a couple of other options because I am, as I said, a mood reader. And so I thought, well, okay, I'll go on YouTube and watch a couple of TBR videos. So I did, and suddenly my TBR list went from 55 to 71. And I thought, no, I can't do that. I'm not going to do that. That is just going to be way too much for me to do. And I have so many other things I want to do and I need to do. So I'm not going to load up my TBR. So the next thing I did was go onto my library's website and put about 30 books on hold. Yeah, I did that. And 19 of them came in yesterday. So I went to the library and I checked out 19 books, in addition to the books that I already have, and in addition to the books that I have on Audible and Overdrive. So yeah. So the next thing I did was decide, since I don't have time to read all of that the next thing I needed to do was vlog about it, because I'm insane. But then I thought, well, you know, I'll tell everybody on BookTube about it because you are my people. So here we are. So I will tomorrow, maybe the next day, show you all the books I got from the library. I still have about 10 more on hold at the library that hopefully will come in the next week, next few days, and then I'll show all of them to you. So the next part of this video, I'm going to tell you what I'm currently reading and what I plan to start with tonight. I've already actually started on a couple of things, but we'll wrap this up with what I'm in the middle of. Okay, let's start with this one, The Fellowship of the Ring by J.R.R. Tolkien. I am participating in the Lord of the Read-Along with Katie from Books and Jams, and Krista from Books and Jams. Sorry, Krista. Sorry. And Sarah from Sarah's Nightstand. I read The Hobbit, and I started reading the second book, The Fellowship of the Ring. I'm not very far into it. I was supposed to be about halfway through at the end of February, but I didn't get that far. So I got to catch up on that. So I do plan to have this read by the end of March so that I can start on the second book and follow along with their reading plan. Book I started in January that I've just kind of been picking up as I can is One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid. It's just a cute, I'm not very far into it either, just a cute little romance story about a woman whose husband she thought was dead reappears, and complications ensue, and she's engaged to another man. And like I said, I'm only like 30 pages into it. So I do want to continue with this. I love Taylor Jenkins Reid, and I want to try to read quite a few of her things. In February, if you follow Books and Lala, you know that she started a book club. And the book for February was The Other People by C.J. Tudor. I was not able to get my hands on this until yesterday. I had it at the library. I had it on hold. I did not see the notification that it was available for me to pick up, so they put it back on the shelf and gave it to somebody else. So then I had to put my name back on the list for it to be on hold, and I picked it up yesterday. I will be starting on this tonight because since it is brand new, I only got it for a week as opposed to 2 weeks because they restrict the new books, the new releases. They want as many people to have them as possible, so they restrict the amount of time. So I've got to turn this back in Saturday, and I want to get as far in it as I can. Next book that I started just in the last week that I'm actually listening to the audiobook is The Last Mrs. Parrish by Liv Constantine. I'm kind of sucked into this one. I'm not very far yet, though, at 90 pages, but it is intriguing. I'm getting a lot of vibes from, like, The Wife Between Us, maybe? I don't know. I don't really know a lot about this book. I don't like to go into mysteries knowing anything, so I didn't read a lot of blurbs or reviews on this before I picked it up. And I want to keep going on it. And I'm looking at Goodreads behind me, so sounds like my husband's yelling at my dogs out there. They're having fun. So, in February, I was participating in Historathon, which was, sorry, I have my eyes itching, a readathon hosted by Sarah at Sarah's Nightstand and Amanda from the Curly Reader. And I read a couple of books. What did I read? I don't know. I read Little Women and The Lost Girls of Paris. Had a few other books on that TBR, but I just didn't get to them. But the group read for that was The Fountains of Silence by Ruta Sepetys, and I am halfway through that, a little more than halfway through, and I want to finish this. It's really, really good. It's a really quick read. I read a few chapters every night, and it's just a beautiful book. I'm loving it. And the last book that I technically haven't started it yet, but I should have, is The Fiery Cross by Diana Gabaldon. Now, some of you who followed me for a while know that I am a huge Diana Gabaldon and Outlander fan, and I am usually the type of person who likes to read the book before I see the movie or TV show, but I'm doing an experiment this season with Outlander Season 5. I have not read this. The first 2 seasons, I had read book 1 and half of book 2 before I saw the seasons. And then book 3, Voyager, I had not read, and then watched it, and then read the book. And I loved Season 3. And I loved Voyager. When we got to Season 4, I'm not sure if it was just because I was so wrapped up in, will Jimmy and Claire get back together and blah, 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 everything that happened in Voyager. I loved Season 4. I loved Drums of Autumn, but I liked my experience with Voyager better than with Season 4 and Drums of Autumn. So what I've decided to do for Season 5 and The Fiery Cross is, my plan was originally to watch the show, the episode, and then in the week in between the airings of Episode 1 and Episode 2, I would read the section of the book that corresponds to that episode. Well, I haven't done any of that. I have them marked off. We haven't, my husband and I have not had a chance to watch Episode 3 yet. It was available this morning on the Stars app, but we just haven't had a chance to watch it yet. So I'm hoping that I can get started on this week as well. Although, since this is going to stretch out until at least May, I'm not really putting a lot of pressure on myself to follow that plan, because there are so many other books that I want to get to in March, and this will be carried over for at least a couple more months. And I'm going to listen to the audio, of course, and then follow along in the book, because who does not want to listen to Davina Porter? She's just so wonderful, such a wonderful narrator. I love her so much. Okay, so finally, the last book I want to talk about is the first middle grade book that I'm actually going to start tonight. And hopefully finish tonight, because then it will be my first book finished in March. Is one I haven't talked about at all yet. And it is There's a Boy in the Girls' Bathroom by Louis Sacker. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I'm not sure. I'm sorry. I'm not sure where I got this book. I believe it belonged to one of my kids. And it was just on my shelf. And I thought, hey, that's middle grade. That's a funny looking kid. I have that expression on my face quite often. So I'll read that. And I also downloaded the audio of it, and it's like 4 hours, something like that, and I'll listen to it at double speed. So I should be able to finish that tonight and have my first book done. Okay, so that's going to do it for this video. And just really quickly, going forward, what I'm wanting to do is, as I said, I'm going to vlog some my reading for middle grade March. I'm going to do, I won't do a daily vlog. I will vlog every day, but I'm not going to post a vlog every day. Well, hello there. Oh my goodness. Hello. How have you been? This is another thing that keeps me really busy. This is my Bruiser. Say hello to the people. Say hello. Say hello. You're not going to say hello? What are you out running and playing? Why, thank you for the kiss. Okay, get down. Isn't he sweet? That's my baby. Anyway, so, and now my glasses are filthy because he kissed them. Puppy love. Are you coming back for more? All right. I got you. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Oh. What is it? What is it? Oh. Is that your friend Kevin outside? Is that your friend Kevin? You love Kevin. Kevin's our neighbor. And Bruiser just loves Kevin. Yes, I do. I love Kevin. He's my favorite Kevin in the world. Isn't he? Is he your favorite? He is? Okay. What'd you say, Mama? Did you say Mama? Did you hear people outside? Okay. He's done with me. What? Good. Yeah? What is it? I'm being yelled at by a 7-pound dog. So anyway, I better hurry this up because he's not going to let me not pay attention to him for very much longer. But anyway, I'm not going to post a vlog every day, but I probably will be vlogging frequently. And I'll, maybe every 5 or 10 books or 5 days or I don't know. And I will be posting a life update and channel update video in the next couple of days. And so yeah, that's what's coming. Thanks so much for watching. I know I got a little rambly as usual. I get comments all the time. You talk too much. Well, yeah, hi, I'm Jess. Welcome to my channel. I talk a lot. That's why I do YouTube, because my husband won't listen to me. So maybe you guys will. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. I'm going to sign off from now because I got a lot of reading to do. Thanks again, guys. Fly high, Pooh Bear.